How can I express my feelings to my best friend in a way that preserves our friendship? First, let's cover some background. We met when we were around 15 or so and gradually became closer and closer over time. She was my prom date for our high school graduation, but neither of us had feelings for each other at that time. In college we got closer, stayed at each other's places, slept together, literally sleeping after a night out, because we were that close. We even lived together for a few months during 2 summers, but nothing happened. We always knew that we can depend on each other as friends, had, almost, no secrets, and we had fun, a lot of fun. Sometime during the college years I started realizing that I might have some feelings for her, but as soon as I got that feeling I disregarded it immediately with the reason that we were just friends and it's a usual feeling between two people that care for each other. I don't know if she really felt something at that time, but even if she did, she never showed any feelings towards me, the same way I didn't. We've always been in relationships, or recovering from a past relationship, so I can safely say that there was never a time where we were both single and wanted to start a relationship with another person in the college years. When we both graduated from college, she moved back to our hometown and I stayed in the city, but we were still inseparable. We either chatted from the AM to midnight, or we were on a call. I started to realize that my feelings for her that come and go are not just feelings that I can discard, but I always felt like there's nothing I can do, and of course, I never wanted to endanger our friendship. At one point, I moved back to my hometown. It wasn't because of her, but because I got a girlfriend and I thought that I could finally start moving forward with my life. I created my first company, started earning more and more money, traveled through Europe, stayed a couple of weeks in one place, then moved to another. However, after a year or so, I broke up with my girlfriend. The details are irrelevant, but I ended up going back to my hometown again. My friend had also recently gotten out of a relationship, so neither of us was looking for anything serious once again. Shortly after, my feelings for her got the best of me and I started struggling. I moved back to the city to get away from her and fully focused on my company and career. Everything was great. I started earning even more money, got my own place, a nice car, literally everything a guy wants, or so I thought. A couple of years BC, before COVID, tongue sticking out, my friend and I went on a vacation with another couple. We were both single and we were friends with this other couple, so I thought I would make a move. And I did, but in a cowardly way. When we were both drunk during a night out, I jokingly expressed my feelings, but of course, that didn't pan out as I had hoped. The following year, we went on a vacation, just the two of us, completely alone. Once again, we were both single and looking for a relationship. During this vacation, I tried to make more than a few moves. I even told her that I want us to be together in a serious way. However, for some reason, she always thought I was joking, even when I assured her that I wasn't. After returning home, I began to distance myself from her. I did so to protect both myself and her. A few months later, she got in a relationship, and our communication became infrequent, mostly because of me. However, when we did talk to each other, she told me a few times she's unhappy with the guy she was dating. Unfortunately, not a year later, he proposed to her, and she said yes. I was heartbroken and became even more distant. Of course, I attended their wedding and put on a facade, hiding all of my feelings up until this day. Now the present day, i.e. a few weeks ago, she had some work thing to do in the city, so we met up for a drink. She started talking about the good old times, reflecting on what we were doing and how we were living together. We talked about the 2 vacations we took together, as a couple even though we weren't. I said nothing, only acknowledging that we had a great time together. Interestingly, she repeatedly mentioned, maybe 10 times, and I'm not exaggerating, that those 2 vacations were literally the best time of her life, the best 2 vacations that she's ever had, the best time she spent with me, with a desire to go back to that time. I merely smiled and said that it was indeed wonderful. I didn't want to meddle into her marriage or mess with her thoughts in any way. I could see in her eyes that she genuinely meant what she said and that she missed our time together. It was as if she wanted to say something, but couldn't find the words or didn't wanted to say them. A really close mutual friend of ours even said that if she wasn't married, he would have given us the room, as it was that obvious how strong her feelings for me were. He said that if he didn't know us he would have thought that she's in love with me. She ignored him and couldn't move her eyes from mine. She was silent and was still looking in my eyes, like she was trying to say something without saying it. I'm still single now. I often think about her, dream about her, even last night. I woke up this morning still heartbroken, like I've gotten out of a relationship with the person I love the most. Right now I'm earning loads of money with my company, so I'm set. I can do anything, I can date almost anyone, but I don't, just a meaningless flings and one-night stands that I'm not even interested in. To fill my void I often travel through Europe and the US, but nothing I do can replace the feelings that I have for her. Should I tell her something? Probably no, but I can see that she's unhappy. I know she's feeling down. She doesn't even want to have kids with her husband. I'm not sure what to do, if anything at all. I wasn't planning on writing this post, but since we last met, I have a feeling that she misses me, like she finally wants to be with me, like she's regretting everything that we didn't had. Cheers. Comment. Ask yourself with what goal in mind. If you're trying to destroy her marriage, a real dick move BTW, you could always just go for it. But if she's not divorcing this person, it's not for you to try to interfere. Most married people take their vows pretty seriously and would consider it a grave insult to be hit on by someone they consider a close friend. Wait to see if she's ever single again, and that's when you'd make your move. You mean the 2 vacations you took as friends, during which you expressed feelings for her and she didn't reciprocate despite being single? And after which she chose to never bring it up again, and instead date and marry someone else? I think there's a strong possibility that you and the friend who was at the bar with you are projecting because of how badly you want this woman to be in love with you. Even if you're not, you should be wanting her marriage to succeed rather than trying to entice her to end it. As hard as it is, you should distance yourself rather than confessing. Next story 2. My girlfriend has been hiding posts about me on social media. My girlfriend's social media platforms are public, mainly IG and Facebook. She travels a lot and likes to share her photos and videos of her travels that way, so she tends to keep her pages open for anyone to see. Her pages are a mix of photos she took around the world, a bit of personal life, photos of herself and family, and just selfies. She has yet to post a photo of us together directly on her page because she claims it would throw off the dynamic of her feed and that people usually don't want to see lovey-dovey couples posts when the main focus was her travel photos, which I initially understood. I thought nothing of it because she would every so often post a photo of us together / of me onto her story, which is a feature that these platforms have where you can share a photo for your followers to see for 24 hours. She takes social media kind of seriously, so these little posts made me feel good, and like I was important to her. You know, not something to be hidden. I have a niche IG page that focuses on a specific hobby I enjoy. I'm rarely ever on it, and I only go on that page every so often to browse or post. I thought it would be nice to follow my GF on this page and give her some likes on her posts to boost her engagement or whatever. When I went to her page, I noticed there was no story up. About 15 hours prior she posted a photo of us together, but I couldn't see it for some reason. Switched back over to my personal page, confirmed it's still up. I nonchalantly text my sister and ask if I looked okay in the picture my GF posted, just trying to get her to go look for the picture, to which she replied, "What picture?" My heart sunk. I created another entirely new profile and went to her page. Yep, no photo. I did the same thing with Facebook, and it was the same. I know Facebook and Instagram have a feature where you can select who can see your story, and I feel like she set it to where only I could see it. I racked my mind for reasons as to why she would do this and none of them were positive. Is she trying to hide me? I know she explained she doesn't post me directly to her page because of her feed dynamic. Can someone confirm that's an actual thing for them, but why post me to a story just to hide me? I'd rather her not at all. I feel embarrassed and I'm unsure of how to confront her about this, but right now my mind is spiraling thinking about her trying to hide our relationship to the public for more nefarious reasons than just wanting her accounts to look a certain way. Comment. Yeah, I don't think that's a real thing. If anything, people actually like seeing couples. If we're gonna post everything, family included, why wouldn't she post you? It sounds like she's doing something shady.